Are we off?
Yeah, we're off.
Filming.
Now. Yeah, we're filming.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was waiting for like action.
3, 2, 1, action.
Okay, so the last time I talked to camera, we were back in Sydney and outside our apartments, and we're now in Brisbane, and it's what, almost a week later, and there's been a few changes. So we've decided to sell Leaky the Land Rover, and there is actually someone bought the Land Rover. It's a good car. It's a good car. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just that we need to possibly fly out of Australia. There we go.
Streets, we began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals, they take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna
Up to Brisbane. This morning we started about 8, and I don't even know what the time is now, but it's probably about 4 o'clock. During that time we had to stop off in Gosford and get some supplies, so we've just got some food to get us for the next few days, toiletries, etc. So now we've got all that. That will at least give us a start, but what we have found out is there's not enough space in the car, and we haven't even filled it up. We've only put a few of our clothes and belongings in it. So yeah, I think space is going to be a real issue. We always knew that, but now that we've started to buy all the shopping and various clothes, etc., and putting that in, we've realised it doesn't seem to be enough room. So I don't know how we're going to get over that one just yet. We have got a wonderful big massive roof rack that we could use, but we're trying to avoid that because it's pretty heavy and it makes it really hard to lift the roof camper, sorry, the roof camper bit, whatever you want to call it. And it's already very hard when we bought it, so we're going to hope to find some struts to basically make it easier, but if we can't find that, we certainly don't want to put any more weight than already there. So at the moment we're going to try and make do with what we have, but space is of a premium. Actually, I'll just show you what Paul's up to, but I'll have to be very quick because I think he's a bit shy being about camera when we're doing DIY in the forest, but here goes. So get the camera just right. There you are. I think that's about as much as I dare do, getting him cheekily on camera. I found a little friend over here. Whoops! He's just disappeared off into the tree. Don't know if you can see him. He's a typical Australian crow. Hello. You gonna come and say hello? No? You're too busy looking at the view. Yes, an amazing view it is. We're at the top of Barrington Tops. near Gloucester. So we started off this morning from our Turpentine camp spot, and we've been travelling probably for about 3 hours, and we're at a rest stop for a reason. You got it, our second Land Rover breakdown. Apparently the car has overheated on its way up through the mountainous roads, and so luckily we're at the peak, so now we're just gonna let the car cool down. The reason we know this is that there's a little sensor that tells you it should be 70 max before you have to stop the car. Our car was up to almost 90 before we had an opportunity to pull over, because as you may appreciate, when you're on a narrow mountain road there aren't many places to pull over. So we're now going to stay here at the peak for probably an hour or two, make ourselves a cup of coffee, try and not get too stressed with all of this before we try to move on. Yeah, we didn't have a chance to show everyone the panic we were going under when we were coming up the hill.
We
and
didn't get a chance to film that. So, yeah.
No. We were too busy freaking and trying to find a place to pull over so that we can let the car cool down.
To add insult to injury, the whistle's broken on the kettle. Oh no! Wait for it.
Oh.
There it is, the magic sound.
Perfect.
Right.
Everything's going to be okay now.
Everything's fine now. Oh, wait a minute, yeah. Technology. Cup of tea. Some biscuits as well. So.
Oh my God, we're really pushing the boat out now.
We'll break down in style. Oh, I've just got a text, would you believe, up here, so it can't be that bad. So.
Oh my God, we've got a signal back. We've not had one for so long.
But I'm just going to jump in, so forgive me.
I think Paul's got the easier job. He's just looking after the car, giving it a bit of aeration. It was a bit wet this morning, and he's also practicing taking the sides of the rooftop tent away, just to see what that's like, because it's actually the first time we've done that since we've got it. This is our view from our camper while we have our dinner. Very tired, can't be bothered to cook anything warm, so we're going to have a gourmet meal of cheese sandwiches with a couple of tomatoes and cheese and onion crisp. We'd intended to do quite a lot of videoing and sharing our experience with you on this trip, and also the upcoming bigger trip that we'll tell you more about later. But it was been a bit stressful the last few days. There's been a lot going on, and we've pretty much got to the point where we thought we've bought the wrong car, it's not reliable enough, it's not performing, it can't do mountains, and considering we want to do a lot more mountains, this is not great. We also had problems with the rooftop part. The struts aren't very good at the moment, so it's making it difficult for us to lift and release down. So we've been pushing and shoving in the rain to try and get it up, and it's not ideal. So all in all, we were a bit worried that maybe this is not for us, and perhaps we just need to go back to backpacking, or just get a little four-wheel drive, forget the comforts of our camper and just have a rooftop tent. But today we feel a little bit different. It's looking a little bit better. I think maybe we were, I don't know, I think we're getting used to it, and let's just say there's a lot going on personally, and it's all coming to a head, and somehow we haven't got the capacity to take the issues that are going on. We just want everything to work smoothly, and it doesn't. And we understand that it's more about us. But I think this morning we've found a really beautiful council, probably the best one so far. It's basically a park with beautiful trees and birds song, so just a little bit of nature, and I think that's what we really want, and I think it really helped to calm us down. And this morning we feel okay, and we're looking forward to the next leg. Just left our campsite at Warwick, and we're now going over to Brisbane, and we've just come across some beautiful scenery out here. I seem to be calling it the Flat Mountains. You'll probably see why. Maybe better on this side.
Hi guys!
Hey! This is us trying to practice filming from inside a very shaky vehicle at the moment.
It's a bit of a bumpy road and a bit of a bumpy yard. We had a good coffee this morning. We're back on the road, everything's running okay. We were on our way to Brisbane this morning, and we've only been travelling about 15 minutes. And yes, we have had our third breakdown, and this is no laughing business. Our car has just literally died. It can't move. We're probably going to have to get it towed or something. Paul's just managed to find a cafe here. We're just going to see if somebody can help us. Yeah, at the moment, I don't know if it's a case of we've just run out of fuel and it's just not on the gauge, the alternator's gone, it's just not firing up. We were saying the car was running well, not anymore. We got up the road and it just suddenly ran out of power and died, and there's lots of oil leaking out from underneath, and to be honest, we don't know if it's a diesel issue, an oil problem, but there's all kinds of things seems to be going wrong with it. So Zara at the moment, who's just over here, as you can see we're parked outside this place here, and these guys came out to help us, but they couldn't find anything wrong with it. So what we're doing now is we're just waiting for a tow truck, which is always good to see a Land Rover on a tow truck. So as you can see, we're just parked on the highway at the side of the road. So it will start, but it's got no power and it will not go. So, you know, I can always imagine what Zara is going to be saying when she comes back off the phone, which she's been on for over an hour now. I'm not too sure what she's doing, but yeah, it's dealing with this, obviously. So she'll be saying sell it. So I suspect that's what's going to happen. So, you know, back to Toyota. Anyway, here we are. Beautiful day, 26 degrees, Queensland, Australia. Meant to be in Brisbane by now to visit my mother, and the Land Rover's broke down. Yeah, we're in the tow truck, and we've got a bird's eye view of our car that's going to get towed away to Brisbane. Broken down Land Rover 2 times in 1 month.
Oh, actually, it's 3 times.
3 times.
I think, yeah.
3 times in 1 month.
Yes. Managed to make it halfway in Sydney. The car didn't make it, we broke down. And now we've got it to a garage. It's going to take it off the tow truck. And then tomorrow we'll find out what's actually happened. And then hopefully days later, we're back at the garage to pick up our vehicle, and we thought that it had broken down. As you can see, it was on the tow truck here, couldn't move. Got a call from them this morning and they said, can't find anything wrong with it. And I said, have you driven it around the block? And they said, we've driven it around the block, no problem, driving normally. Can't figure out what's wrong. So it's just very bizarre. So essentially, our car is fixed without not doing anything to it. Okay, where was I? Yeah, we're just waiting for our car to come out after it's been in the garage. And the first thing we're going to do is go and fuel up in case that's a problem. Oh, in fact, here we go. It's actually on its way. A fixed vehicle. Power vehicle. Here we are at the top of Thunderbolt Pass, or is it Thunderbolt Road? And this is where we've... Oops. Hello.
It's the monster out of the fog.
It's the monster out of the fog. I was just going to tell them that last time we were here, we were in our Land Rover.
Yeah.
And if you remember, this was our second breakdown where the Land Rover was overheating.
Yeah, the engine alarm went off, didn't it? So
That's right.
yeah, so we stopped here for a bit, and then it seemed okay, and we carried on. So
Yep.
yeah.
So we thought we'd revisit this path just to sort of wipe that terrifying memory out of our heads. And as you can see in the background...
It's a stunning view.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Oh yes, we're in something different now.
Yes,
So,
you notice not
yeah.
quite a red car anymore.
Not a red Land Rover.
No, it's our rental budget car. It's a Prada that we picked up in Brisbane and we're on our way to Sydney. So that's the mountains we've just been over.
Hills.
Yeah, the fog's cleared, which is brilliant. I get a chance to see how beautiful the valleys are.